Please welcome to the stage multi-hyphenate writer, director, editor, and producer Coralie Fargeat.
This film blew my mind. I'm still reverberating from it. Tell us, what was the seed of this idea? Where did it come from? How did it start?
Thank you, and good evening. This room is amazing. It's been, I think, an idea that lives with me my whole life, you know, about how the relationship with the world, with the way we are perceived as women, can really build so powerful jails and make our develop violence toward ourselves. And I explored it in different ways through previous work, through my short films, through my first feature film, Revenge, which had a lot of similarity, even if it was very different. And I think I was ready as a filmmaker, because I already had done my first feature film, to take a bigger step and really express it fully the way I think I have felt it my whole life, which is very violent and very excessive and still so unheard and untold.
It's amazing. So for those of you that don't know, the process of being awarded the PGA mark is kind of a rigorous one, and it's really hard if you are also a hyphenate, which means that you perform other roles. And so, you know, so you really produced this movie also to be here. And so tell us, as a producer, why is it important that you produce your own work, and then how does that manifest itself?
Yes, for this one, I knew from the start that was one of the most important things for me, to be a producer of the film, because, you know, I experienced on my first feature film that I'm working in such a precise and particular way that the most control I have, the better I am at what I do. And so it's something that I had felt since, you know, a long time, but I think it was the first moment where I felt ready to say, yes, I want to do it and I can do it. And also because I knew that the movie was going to be challenging, because it had at the same time some formal ambition, visual ambition, which required not a very tiny budget, together with a genre that, you know, crosses different genres and is not like the most appealing one on the financial level. You know, feminism don't sell. So it was not just, you know, like a horror that is just scary. And so I knew that the two together were going to be challenging to match. So I knew that to be able to really go for the vision that I had, I needed, first of all, to write the script fully on spec on my own, because I knew that it was a movie that was impossible to pitch, because, you know, like, how are you gonna you know, there are things that you have to see on the page, and even if you see them on the page, you can't fully visualize it, even if I write in a very precise way, what it's gonna be. So that's the first decision I made, to keep, you know, the ownership of my script, and to take the risk, like, to write on my own for a year and a half. Because I knew it would be then the best way to find the best partners to help me co-produce the film and bring it to life. And that's where I decided to team up with co-producing partners at Working Title, Eric Fellner and Tim Bevan, because I felt that I needed this kind of bridge between Europe and the US. So as I think, to get the two things that I was mentioning about keeping to the vision and the originality, while trying to get the means of my ambitions and to fully realize my vision.
This film was really noisy in a great way, and it sparked a kind of cultural criticism that felt really meaningful. Was there anything about the response to the film that surprised you, or you felt like you learned along the way?
I mean, the response to the film has been really such a joy because, you know, when you write the monster and the blob crawling, you know, on the Walk of Fame, like, you know, you don't know how the rest of the world is gonna react to that. I remember that, you know, the first screening of the movie was in Cannes, in Festival de Cannes. It was the first time we were showing the movie to an audience. We had a very difficult post-production process where not many people liked the film at that time, to be soft. And so, you know, I was really feeling I'm gonna show myself naked with my monster and my blob in Cannes. And so it was like, I think, one of the most impressive evening of my life. And during the whole movie I was so tense because, you know, you don't know how the room is gonna react. By the end of the film, when I had the room in Cannes clapping to the blob crawling on the pavement like, go, yes, go to your star. That was just fantastic. I said, okay, oh, thank you so much. I think it's gonna be well.
Amazing.
Thank you, Coralie, and congratulations on your nomination.
Thank you so much.
Unfortunately, Mark Platt, who produced Wicked, is not able to join us this evening, but we'll take a look at his clip.